What's up guys, how are we all doing today? So in the same vein as the Magician's Souls ordeal, the ban list should be dropping somewhere around my birthday because the no sooner than date that Konami has set for it is January 13th, I believe. And look, the only reason this is so relevant to me is because for the past 3 or so years since I started playing, right? They always do something around my birthday, whether it's a ban list or an influential product, it's always something. So to get in the birthday-ish kind of mood, I'm going to give you guys 8 cards I want to come off the ban list. Or limited, or semi-limited, etc, etc. Now, as a quick disclaimer, this is 8 cards that I want, not 8 cards that I feel like should. If Konami actually listened to me and put these off, I make no promises about the health of the format of the game at all. Some of these are actually probably really unhealthy. They're just stuff I want. But for that to happen, Konami would have to watch my video and take my advice. And let's be real here, Konami doesn't listen to its players. Like, believe me, I'm not as naive as all that. But in any case, let's get started. Our first one I have on the list is Trickstar Light Stage. Currently it's limited and, in my opinion, I feel like it could come to 3. Like, just straight to 3. No questions asked. You know, I'm not entirely sure which came first, the terraforming limit or the light stage limit, but regardless, in its current form, pure Trickstar is virtually unplayable. It's a shame too, because that's actually how I would play the deck if I picked it up. And I wanted to pick the deck up. I was actually in the middle of building it. I was about halfway through before they came through and said, no light stage, and I was like, really sad and stuff. Matter of fact, pure Trickstar isn't even the reason this thing got limited. This thing got limited because of Orchist Sins. But now that Mermaid is banned and people aren't just using any 2 monsters to do full Orchist combo like they were, this can come to 3. Yes, I'm aware that it's a very annoying deck, but in all honesty, it's a pretty fair deck. Yes, it has an unfair aspect in Droll Reincarnation, but any competitive deck should have an unfair aspect. It's what makes it competitive. But aside from the whole Droll Reincarnation thing, this deck's not all that strong. Especially once MR5 drops, I don't think it'll do anything if you bring Light Stage back to 3. Alright, for my second slot, I have Pantheism of the Monarchs, which I feel could come to 2 from its current limited status. Hey man, I already warned you this was my completely biased opinion, and it's only gonna get worse from here, so just saying. But my whole thing with this is this landlocked to Monarchs. If this thing was in any other archetype, or generic, I mean, now that I actually say that out loud, we do kind of have something like this, and it's called Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. They need to handle that! But back on topic, this thing is landlocked to Monarchs, and Monarchs already have Ether back to 3. I feel like this could come to 2, and it wouldn't make any issue. It doesn't actually fix the core problems with the deck that would keep it from being like a meta contender or whatever. It's bricky, it has a problem going second, and Domain is a field spell. I'm just saying, back row removal exists for a reason, so... Alright, hopefully no one's too upset. So far so good. Alright, next off I have Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal at number 3. Right now it's limited, and I feel like a second one wouldn't make too much of an impact. I don't think it's as strong as it used to be. Don't get me wrong though, this thing is still a powerful as fuck card. But what I'm saying is, second one won't make too much of an impact. Burning Abyss is actually really hyped up going into April, because you can make your Dantes in your main monster zones now, just like you used to be able to. So, an extra Beatrice, people would be really hyped for that. Alright, at number 4 I have Necros of Unicorn, and like, if you want to be honest, I feel like it's in Konami's agenda to release Necros off the list completely, because they've been easing Shirt off, they got some other stuff off a while ago, I can't remember what was on the list and what wasn't. But regardless, Unicorn's next, and if it comes to 2, it's going to be a really good option going into April. I think it might actually end up being what I play, just because when April rolls around, people are going to be extra deck happy, alright? Yes, we can finally extra deck summon, yay! And then I'm going to be there to drop Unicorn and say no. Saying no. integral part of the game for sure. Alright, at number 5, we have Zodiac Drive. And I will be the first to admit, I literally just picked up my first structure deck and started playing when this thing was at full power. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure if it was at full power. I think it had a couple hits at that point, but I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, I think this could come back. I'm reading a lot of the Zodiac cards because I need to pick up barrages for a deck I'm working on. But, back on topic, I was reading the cards and Dryden doesn't look that strong. I don't know, feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but a quick effect pop isn't that strong, dude. Like, I can think of several cards that do the exact same thing, so... Zodiac as an engine, it looks really cool. And just the concept was always really cool to me too. Being able to overlay with one monster, that's cool. It's like the Sky Striker of the Xyz era. Of course, not nearly as plussy, but we don't want things that plussy, do we? Alright, at number 6, I have Spiral Resort. And this is where you guys are going to start getting upset. I can already smell it. In any case, hear me out. Spiral's been hit to high heaven on the ban list so far. Resort, Quick Fix, and Drone are all on the limited list. You want to play Spiral right now? It's actually kind of tough. And even though we're getting Magician Souls, that card only fixes so many problems. I can't remember what the OCG has back off the list, but I know they have something. And in my opinion, for us, I think it needs to be Resort. And the reason I think it's Resort instead of, like, say, Quick Fix or Drone is because an extra Quick Fix or an extra Drone isn't going to fix the problem Spiral has. Resort is, because the problem is consistency. Like, you have no problem seeing your Toughs and your Agents, those are 3-ofs. But an extra Drone, an extra Quick Fix, you only have one normal summon, bud. The consistency boost would really be helpful, and it'd be really cool to see. I'm so hyped for this list. I hope they give us another Resort. Even another Quick Fix or Drone wouldn't be bad either, but I would prefer it to be Resort. Number 7, Ancient Fairy Dragon. I want to play FAs. Some degenerate stuff may come from Ancient Fairy Dragon coming off the list, but I don't care. I want to play FAs. Moving on. Alright, on my last slot on the list, and this one's going to really annoy some people, but I really don't care. I want Omega to come to at least 2. I know it's limited right now, but I want a second copy. And I know people aren't going to hear it. I know hand loops are a thing. I know. But I don't care. I like Omega as a card, and with a small errata, it could come off. But even without an errata, yeah, it's still a bad idea. But I still want it off the list. I think it's a really skill-intensive card because you have to make a really educated decision on actually when to use it, especially if it's like one of the biggest parts of your board, because then you're losing a body to protect yourself. And the fact that it lets you recur stuff is really cool too. I think it's just a really awesome card. I was really sad when it got limited, although I understand why. There are decks designed to just loop this motherfucker over and over again. So yeah, it has to stay limited, but I'd love it if it came to 2. Alright guys, those were just 8 cards that I want to come off the ban list / limit list / what have you. Yeah, some of them are really unhealthy decisions, I know. Anyways, those are just my thoughts on the list, as far as what I want to come off. Not what I think should come off, just what I want to come off. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to come off the list, what you think should come off the list, and make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Get me to my 100 subscribers before my birthday. That would make me really happy. This has been Jane from Arc 6 Gaming, signing off.